Hello and welcome to tonight's CLNS Media Patriots Roundtable. I'm your host, Nick Qualia, sitting here with Marvazan and Mike Molyneux, per usual. All right, guys, last time we had a show, we recorded before all of this stuff started happening with Antonio Brown. We did do a topic on Antonio Brown on the last few episodes, but it was more so about the Patriots signing him, if it's a risk at all. And it turns out, since we talked about that, there's been a lot of stuff that's dropped, including today. We recorded Monday, September 16th. A giant Sports Illustrated article came out where people are really piling on top of these accusations that again have come out since our last episode. Everybody knows about them. These sexual assault and rape allegations from Antonio Brown's former trainer. So now Sports Illustrated came out, and this is going to be a little lengthy because there's a ton. If you guys haven't read this article, go read it because it's wild how much stuff, how many accusations are out there now about Antonio Brown. So on top of the sexual assault and rape allegations, new allegations per Robert Klemko's article from Sports Illustrated came out again Monday, September 16th. In a half dozen lawsuits, Brown has allegedly refused to pay wages of former assistants and part-time employees. A second woman's allegation of sexual misconduct, and this is all inside the article. He stiffed a youth foundation of $700 after he promised that he would buy a painting of himself, which he won in an auction by outbidding somebody else. He never paid that. Police dispatched to his home 3 times in the last 4 years for domestic disturbance. He threw a bottle of cologne and lotion at his longtime girlfriend and mother of 3 of his 5 children. Chelsea, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Chris, shoving down one of his baby mamas after she came to his home in Hollywood, Florida, looking for reimbursement of their daughter's haircut. I didn't realize that he actually shoved her down in that situation. I knew that that situation had happened. I didn't realize that he actually shoved her down. On the police report, she did have cuts on her arm. Police were called to his residence 3 consecutive days, and this is really when things started to unravel, it seemed like. One of these days included him hurling furniture off of his 14th story balcony, almost striking a 22-month-old boy. Called police for his stolen Rolls Royce. This one's insane. Police showed up, and then he opened up the door after he asked who it was, and he said, "We found it," and shut the door in the police's face. I don't know how you lose a Rolls Royce and then suddenly find it. 3 hours late to an appointment, doctor says Brown farted in his vicinity and was already wary because of his flighty reputation. That one's weird. The video's out there, so check that one out. It's a lot more. It's a lot more dramatized in the article than I think what actually happened. But regardless, shouldn't be doing that. It's weird. It goes on and on and on, including one of his assistants telling a chef that he brought in for a party during Pro Bowl week to not look Antonio Brown in the eyes when he's speaking to him. So now that we have all of this information, and that's not even the end. That's about 3/4, maybe less than that, through the article in Sports Illustrated. So, guys, starting off with this, what are the Patriots going to do amid these new, I'm not even going to call them accusations, amid these new stories that have been coming out about Antonio Brown, about his past, about all the BS that he's been pulling? Marvel, start with you.
If AB even did, if AB even did half of those things you just said right there, it's very, very concerning. And, this goes back that Patriots should have done a lot more research. Because if you think about it, the man got released 2 seconds later, he got picked up by the Patriots. So how much research did the Patriots really do in looking into AB? Obviously, they didn't know about the sexual assault or the rape, because I believe they had any inkling of that, he would not be a Patriot right now. Now that he is a Patriot, has a contract with the Patriots, everything else, you just got to let due process. See what happens from here. If it comes out that some of these allegations are not true and that he was innocent and he is being attacked, the Patriots will keep him and keep it moving. They'll find a way to keep the distractions at a minimum. However, if it's the opposite, they find out anything that this really may become a problem, that it is true, they have to release them, cut them right away, and accept that, hey, we made them. They need to come out and say, we made a mistake in signing AB. We didn't do our due diligence in really knowing his background.
How do you feel about the Patriots not allowing him to talk? That's kind of off of the topics here, but it seems like the Patriots aren't allowing him to talk. There were reports yesterday that he was gone. His nameplate was gone. His bag was gone. Everything in his locker was cleared out before the reporters even got into the locker room yesterday. Like, do you guys think that's weird that they're
I
not
mean,
letting him talk?
that was pre-planned. That was pre-planned.
Oh,
They
absolutely.
probably they sat him down and they said, "Hey, AB, we're going to make sure you don't talk through anything." That's probably lawyers' advice, agents' advice, Patriots' advice. Just keep him away from talking right now because AB's a loose cannon. You really don't know what he's gonna say, what he's gonna do. I mean, we saw him celebrating already with his helmet off in the middle of the field. Just putting his hands in the air. I don't think he can even do that. The guy doesn't really think a lot when he's out there. So just keep him away. Let the process happen. I like the idea of not having AB speak. Eventually, he will have to, but right now, just keep him away.
All right, Marv, before we jump over to Mike, what do you think the Patriots should do with Antonio Brown?
I think at this point, now that you've already signed him, and you wait to find out about more information before you react.
All right, Mike, before we jump over to you with the same questions, guys, the Patriots Roundtable is powered by betonline.ag. Head over to betonline.ag and use promo code CLNS50 to receive your welcome bonus. All right, Mike, same questions. I mean, what are the Patriots going to do with Antonio Brown, and what do you think they should do?
I mean, the Patriots brought this guy in to be Antonio Brown, the dynamic receiver that he is. Like we all know, that is pretty well documented. This guy is one of the best receivers in the NFL when he's fully healthy, when he's on the field, and when he's productive. There's not many out there like Antonio Brown. And the Patriots brought him in because of that. Yes, does he have a lot of other question marks around him? He sure does, without a question. You just listed off a bunch of stuff, Nick, that I literally had never heard of. Probably a lot of stuff that the Patriots didn't know about before they brought him into the team. But I think at the moment, they're going to rock with Antonio Brown and just hope that he can be productive as soon as it hits Sunday or Monday, Thursday, whenever they have games. As soon as he hits the field, they want that guy to be productive as possible and just be another weapon for that offense and Tom Brady to deploy anytime they want. In terms of you know, what could possibly happen. I don't think we're going to see a situation where the Patriots just cut Antonio Brown unless the NFL comes out and, you know, they want to suspend him, or when the NFL comes out with the statement in terms of how they're going to handle Antonio Brown, I think that's when the Patriots will make their move. Until the organization hears that, and Antonio Brown's good to go and play in practice with no issue, they're going to rock with him. I think they're doing a perfect job right now making sure they keep him quiet because he's a little twisted. And you see him go on IG Live and Facebook, and he says the way he talks is it just seems like it's just la di da di da. Like I don't know. I
It's
can't.
kind of scary.
It's weird the way he just talks. But like I think the Patriots made the best decision and probably keeping him quiet. But like I said, until the NFL comes out and makes a clear cut statement on we're going to do X, Y, and Z with Antonio Brown, if he's good to play and practice, the Patriots are going to rock with him no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's nuts. This is what we knew when he was coming to New England, right?
Right.
Like, I don't. The thing about this article, and he's done a lot of BS, like stiffing a youth foundation. That's incredibly scummy. You were a slime ball if you do that. Shoving down one of the mothers of one of his children. He's got 5 children, 3 with the same woman, and then I don't know the extent after that. But not paying for things for your daughter when you were a very well off man, and then shoving down the child's mother when she comes to ask for that money. That's scummy. He's just done so many scummy things. But are we gonna act surprised that any of this came out? Now we just have context. That's the only difference here. Now we just have context of what's happened. We knew about the balcony thing. We knew about some of these things already, but there's no way that anybody can act somewhat surprised that any of this has happened in the past. The only thing is with the Patriots, now, what are they going to do with him? They signed him. They signed him with knowing a lot of the stuff. And I don't think the things that came out are really anything that they're going to use against him to cut him. The only way that I think if the Patriots were to cut him now, it would be because he's a major distraction now for the team, which is what we talked about last week. Is he going to become a distraction? And if he continues to be a distraction, if these types of things just keep on happening for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, then I think that is a reason why the Patriots could end up cutting him. Should they cut him? Look, Belichick, again, you knew a lot of this stuff coming in. You knew he wasn't a good guy. Belichick's thing has always been when you come into the locker room, you've got a clean slate. So far, he hasn't done anything that's really warranted the Patriots cutting him. But if the sexual assault and the rape does end up coming true, if it ends up being that that actually did happen and it did occur and he's found guilty of that, then cut his ass and get him out of here. But as of right now, I don't know if there's anything that really warrants you getting rid of this guy off of the team. So again, should you get rid of him? I don't know if you can at the moment because he hasn't done anything at as a New England Patriot to get him off the team. And now, real quick, let's wrap this segment up. Will it still have been worth the Patriots signing Antonio Brown, PR wise and on the field wise, if he ends up getting suspended? So basically, if he gets suspended, should the Patriots just cut ties with him altogether? Mike,
Absolutely.
real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. If he gets suspended, you know, got to get rid of the guy. Like I said before, the Patriots brought Antonio Brown onto this team not so he can be a circus with the media. The Patriots aren't about that. If it gets to the point where he's gonna get suspended by the NFL, you don't want to be associated with that guy anymore because he's getting suspended for, you know, possibly sexual assault or rape or all these other things.
Rape is
He'd get suspended for. The Patriots need to cut ties with him immediately if any of that, comes out to be true or the court finds it to be him to be guilty, whatever the case may be.
You don't want him tied to your team if he's found guilty of rape. You don't want him anywhere near your locker room if he's found guilty of rape.
My scissors. I got scissors right here too. Where that scissors at? Cut that man.
Hey man, those are not safety scissors. Put those away.
These ain't for the kids, I tell you.
Marv, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't care if it's a civil case, criminal case. If any of this happens to be true, not only should AB not be a New England Patriot, he should not be nowhere near the NFL ever again in his career. I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to see him. I don't give a damn about that man because that's something you just do not even play with. Patriots obviously got to cut him. And like I said earlier, they need to come out and apologize because they obviously did not do their due diligence. Patriots already went through something. What happened?
You said they need to apologize?
Patriots need to apologize. They definitely need to apologize. You can't
say what? Well, you want Belichick to stand in front of the media and say,
I was wrong. I was wrong bringing in AB into this program. We did not know that. We didn't do our background search on him. We did not know any of these things were true. They already went through something in 2013 with Aaron Hernandez. And when that happened, they came out and said, that we're going to always bring in high character guys. AB is a guy, we never imagined this was going to happen, but he's a guy who's doing some wacko things all summer, and you brought him in and boom, here this happened. So if it is true, get the hell out of here. He shouldn't even play in the NFL no more.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Mike, you brought up his social media videos that he's been posting, and I don't know about you guys, but when I look in that guy's eyes in those videos, it's crazy eyes.
Yeah,
there's something going on up there. But yeah, I mean, like if it's not going to be worth the Patriots still having him on this team if he gets suspended because he's going to be suspended for something bad. It's only a matter of time. At this point, it's tough for me to even root for this guy, let alone believe that something else might come out. I believe something else could come out that could be a horrendous look for both him and the New England Patriots because we're on that path. And you're right, Marv, the Patriots did not do the due diligence because this guy found out everything just by doing some research. What's it? Robert Klemko, he found out absolutely everything just by doing his research on Antonio Brown. So PR-wise, you got to dump him if he gets suspended. And Field, we talked about this. You don't need him. The Patriots don't need Antonio Brown. You can get by. It might not be a 16-0 regular season, potentially, but you can still get by, and you're still the best team in the AFC with Josh Gordon, with Julian Edelman, with Philip Dorsett as your targets, and Jacoby Myers, and then coming back, N'Keal Harry. You'll be fine.